Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Now, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. The podcast is back up and going. You'll see videos coming here and there. You'll have to make sure you're subscribed to my channel in order to get the content with the videos and interviews as well. Now, if you have an interesting story that you'd like to share with me or something you'd like to talk about, reach out. Go to my website. It's the best way to contact me because if you go through Facebook or Instagram, they hold messages back. Like I'm literally finding messages that people sent me a year ago. Seriously. So sometimes this so-called owl bullshit, as I call it, I'm not a fan of owl AI. I'm not a robot. They like to take over. So I don't use it myself. I don't want nothing to do with it. It has its purpose. I understand that. However, with certain things, it can go to hell, to be very blunt. So let's talk about what's coming up this week, July 11th to the 17th. We got some plot twists coming on. I'm like, really? Seriously? Yes, plot twists. Plot twists can be a really good thing. Or it can be like, oh my God, seriously? Yes, unexpected, shocking news. Things are changing. The only thing that's constant in life is change, of course, right? So we have the super new moon in Cancer coming up. So you're going to find that there's going to be certain other zodiac signs that are going to be more affected than others. I will talk about that. Of course, if you do want to book a reading with me, soulworkwithjennyg.com, make sure you book through there. So, what's happening here? We have Mercury Retrograde. That's still ongoing. That ends closer to the end of this month. So, we still have to deal with that. However, it gives you that opportunity to resolve things that is just not working or to resolve things that has been lingering in from the past. Really pay attention to certain things that you need to catch up on. You know, I'm working on a lot of different things myself because I'm making big changes in September with certain things. Certain things that aren't working, I'm making changes with it. It's the only way. It's the only way. Sometimes when we make changes, what if it works? What if it doesn't? Surrender it. Surrender it. If something's not working anymore, let it go. Move on with your life. That's the only way, regardless of what. Trust the process, have faith. Whatever happens, happens. Keep a positive attitude. And the reason I'm saying this is because I get a lot of messages coming in every day. I talk to a lot of people every day, and I hear lots of different things. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Jenny, I'm not happy. This isn't working." You know, pay attention to what's not working. We can make changes with things. Sometimes we just need to tweak it up a little bit. Sometimes we just need to be like, you know what? I need to revamp things, reset things. Mercury retrograde. That's why it has the retrograde for the revamp, resolve, reset, all of those things. Take a look at it. You can look over past things, projects you were working on. Maybe some of you are like, I want to start working on that again. I'm starting, working on my other projects that have been ongoing for a while, and certain things that I've been passionate about, I'm now working on the side even more as well. So pursue what you're really drawn to and passionate about. Jenny, I don't know what I want to do. Nothing's working. Hey, pause right there. Don't panic. For goodness sakes, don't panic. Start writing down, if you could have any job in this world, what would you do? Or what would you change? Take a look at your skill sets. What do you enjoy working with your skill sets? We all have different skills, abilities, talents. Write down what you enjoy doing. Don't worry about anything else. Just start writing it down. Well, I enjoy doing this and that. Awesome. That's a great start. It can help steer you in the direction that you're supposed to be moving towards. You'll be surprised. But what if it doesn't work? Let it go. Let it go. What if it does work? And you're like, oh my gosh, I wished I would have done this years ago. Exactly. Hello. Okay. Don't worry. You can always book a reading with me and I can give you that clarity and insights anyways that you need. So let's talk about what's coming up here on the 11th and the 12th of July. The year is sneaking up on us. So there's some positive communication coming in this week. You're really going to see even more self-care and self-love. So take that time back for yourself. It's not working. The panic mode, have a talk. Communication will be a lot more positive. You're going to be more tuned in with yourself, with your higher self. You're going to be doing a lot more reflecting on relationships because with Mercury retrograde, people from our past come back. Sometimes we're like, oh my God, I don't want to hear from that person. Sometimes it can be a really, really good thing. Certain people can come back. It's interesting. I have somebody coming back in my life, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he specializes in something I've been wanting to learn for quite some time. And I'm like, uh, hello. Right. So it doesn't mean it can be a romantic relationship. It could be a business partnership. It could be a friend coming back that you're like, wow, can you show me, how to do this, no matter what it is? Or what training did you take to get you towards that? Talk to people. Look at people who you're like, wow, they're really successful. How can I be like that? But make sure it's something that you're passionate about, that you truly want to do. If you're not passionate about it or interested in certain things, it's not going to work out. It's going to get really frustrating. So really pay attention to that because your mind very well can be still a little bit of up and down, which is pretty normal right now. I'm not sleeping, Jenny. I get it. I get it. Stop overthinking, stop worrying. When we keep things in our mind, it goes around like a Ferris wheel, a hamster on a Ferris wheel or one of those little wheels. Start writing things down. Okay, what do I need to change? What am I not happy with? Don't worry about how am I going to get there yet. Just start writing things down because you're releasing it from your mind. So you very well could be setting stronger boundaries, even more so with, what, I can't deal with this and this and that. No, I have to look at me. Where am I not happy? What do I need to change? Yes, yes. I help a lot of other people myself, however, we still have to take a look at what's not working for us. We have to work on ourselves with what we're not happy with. Earth is a really painful planet to be on. This is where we learn a lot of lessons and so on. So it can be more challenging. However, the 13th, I said you sleep. Some of you, I get messages, I'm not sleeping, Jenny. But you will have more of an excuse on the 13th because we have that super new duper moon in Cancer on the 14th. So you're going to feel the effects already from the moon. The new moon, the full moon, they can be really emotional. Cancer, very sensitive, very empathic. They can get a lot more emotional right now during the new moon season, of course, too. So don't be hard on yourself. You might find that you're going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to start decluttering my home. I'm going to start decluttering my vehicle, my workspace, whatever it is. It's about time that we cleaned out this closet and got rid of certain things or like whatever it is. So when you're getting that pull towards, I got to clean up spaces, do it. Do it. Get rid of stuff. It'll be much better. I'm trying to organize things better. I've been giving a lot of stuff away that continues on, trying to sell certain things as well. But when that doesn't happen, I just end up giving it away. Some things I will not just give away that I'm trying to sell. I'm changing a lot of things in my entire life. So 2027 will be very interesting. I might just say, you know what, I'm done. 2026, I'm going to be there instead. So go by your own flow, but don't rush anything. So you're going to find that even when you're cleaning your home or different places, you could find things that you've lost. There it is. There's that necklace, or there's this or that. There can a lot of really good things can come from that. So you're going to be starting to believe in yourself more, believe it or not, right? We're all different. We all have our own abilities and talents. And when you're finding that the work that you're doing is not getting acknowledged as much, take a look at making changes around you. Like I've even had people tell me, I can't believe that you're not in a whole different area because your work is really good. I surrender it. We have to make certain changes because we know our worth. So, if you're okay with it, that's okay. Go by what feels right with you, what resonates with you, but follow what you're truly passionate about. Don't be hard on yourself. So, when I talked about the plot twists, that plot twist could come around the new moon. A romantic plot twist, I can tell you, all of a sudden out of the blue, yes, that can happen. Pay attention. It doesn't mean you have to entertain it. It doesn't mean you have to get involved with it at all. Be very careful because we have been resolving and clearing past karmic relationships. If you were ready, if you were wanting to do that, we have to be ready to make certain changes. Don't be hard on people who haven't. I can't believe that person is still with that person, or don't do that. Don't do that. Mind your business. We can have a heart to heart talk with someone, you really got to make changes with this and that. I know I do. Thank you for letting me know. However, you still have to listen to yourself within. I have a friend that she likes this one person. I'm not going to go into details, of course, and long story short, it's been going on for a while. Her friends are like, why are you with that person? He's not doing all of these things and da da da. So, anyways, I told her, no, listen. Your friends, of course, want to see you happy. They care about you. However, your journey with this person is between you and that person. So if you decide to be with that person, that's up to you. Are there consequences? Yes, there can be. I mean, I'm seeing things are going to go really, really good for her and this other person, myself. And I'm like, things come together at the right timing. And if these other people are thinking, well, if he's not doing this and this and this and that, walk away from him, he's no good. I don't see that at all. Things come together at the right timing. So always listen to your gut, always listen to your intuition with what feels right, and always give you confirmations. You know what I mean? Sometimes all we need are confirmations that we're on the right path and so on. So things can happen on that new moon. So this new moon, now Aries, Gemini, Leo, and Aquarius, you're going to find that you are going to be building an entire new life for yourself. You have seen that and felt that for quite some time. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I want to make these changes with this, and that. You're going to be following your heart more. Gosh, oh my God, like, how do I know if I'm going to fail or I'm not going to fail? You could be moving in the right direction where you're like, oh my God, why didn't I make these changes years ago? So keep your mindset positive. Look at with the positive things from it. There's always the negatives and the positives, the pros and the cons, but you're going to especially find that you're going to be setting more plans for the bigger, which I am doing, which I have been working on myself. Moving on, I'm going to be saying a lot of goodbyes. Let's put it that way. So Libra, if you're a Libra, you're going to be more focused on relationships, partnerships, all of that kind of energy right now. Don't rush things, allow things to naturally happen. It's a super new moon. Super new moon is stronger. We have the new moon, which is strong energy, yes, but a super new moon, that's why I call it a super duper new moon, right? With romantic plots. Your intuition is going to be stronger, and you're especially going to find that you're going to want new beginnings around home and family. You could be more focused on that, you know, family life, wanting things to come more in harmony and balance, with your home life as well. Maybe you're making your home a little bit more cozy. Maybe you're doing some renovations, but you're going to be more focused on that during that new moon. So, I mean, you're going to know what it is with you anyways. I mean, it's just me, myself, and I for my family and my little dog Valentino, he's my baby, my everything. So, we can make our home comfortable where we're at. Maybe you're going to add more color into it. Maybe you're downsizing. Maybe you're just switching things around, like I'll switch around like different places. Like I actually put a rug underneath my desk when there wasn't a rug before. And I'm like, actually, yeah, that rug is much better. It brings out more color, little things that we can do. We can move around. Is that a new? No, it's not new. No, I had a friend come over. Is that a new rug, Jenny? No, it's not. It was actually, I had it tucked away. I hadn't used it for a long time. I actually put it away whenever I had Valentino as a puppy because I was potty training him and stuff. So I had put stuff away, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. And I said, oh, by the way, I'm giving a couple of things away. Do you need this? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, take it. Take it. I'm not delivering. Take it. There you go. C'est la vie, right? So you're going to find that you're going to be trusting in yourself a lot more. You're going to be like, you know what? This feels right for me. You're going to be letting things go from the past. Hallelujah. We can easily stay stuck on past situations. We can stay in that rut. Don't push things. Again, Mercury retrograde. The retrograde slow things down. When we try to rush and rush and rush, that's the worst thing to do at any time, really. Sometimes we can get really busy multitasking. I multitask a lot of different things myself, but we still have to have that balance. So you might find that during new moons and such and full moons, certain areas in our body gets affected more. It becomes more sensitive with us and our animals as well. So you might find that your stomach and womb and breast area are more sensitive. So if your animals are licking themselves even more in those areas, it doesn't mean you have to be alarmed of that. I mean, you can always get it checked out, of course, with the vet. But, certain areas in our body get more sensitive. I don't recommend surgeries during a new moon. However, surgeries can happen during a new moon. If you're booked in for pre-surgery or emergency surgery, that happens. It's part of life. Mercury retrograde is also the time to deal with health issues, health problems, situations. So go with that. So as we move into the 15th, you're going to be a lot more creative, a lot more creative. You very well could see more synchronicity coming in. You could be awakening a lot more. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing a lot more clarity now. You're going to be more focused on new ideas. Pay attention to, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. Write it down. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. I'm going to change this. Oh my God, that's such an amazing idea. All of a sudden, I'll get an idea with something, and I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, okay. And it gets stronger and stronger. Your intuition is going to get stronger. Really pay attention to that. So you could get some confirmations during this time. You're going to be a lot more optimistic. So you might be a little tired because if you didn't sleep during that new moon, get some rest. Don't push it. Listen to your body. Our body starts acting out a little differently. So you could also be feeling a little bit more grounded as we move into the 16th and 17th. So, a lot of body ailments can be if we're not rested enough. If we're stressed, stress causes issues. Like if you get stressed, you can get a headache. Your blood pressure can go up. Your stomach can be off, of course, right? So listen to that. Listen to that. Things can come back more into alignment and be worked out Mercury retrograde gives that time to resolve certain situations. If you're arguing or misunderstandings, communication can be off. You know, we all have our good moments and our bad moments, of course. We can say things we regret, we can do things. However, things can get resolved during this time too, you know? So a lot of people, what they're going through with their pain, they can take it out on others and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. That's why it's not the time to start a brand new relationship during Mercury retrograde as well. You know, there's so many different reasons why, so many different reasons. Delays, you know, travel issues, communication, technical issues. Like you've even noticed here on the videos, it's freezed up a little bit. Mercury retrograde and new moon energy can cause things like that. We can't do nothing about it. So this is the time to work on old patterns during the 16th and the 17th as well. Old patterns can be anything. Routines that you're like, I need to switch this up. Expect the unexpected on the 16th and 17th. It can be a really good thing. It can be life-changing. I'm really hearing new opportunities coming in a really good way, in a positive direction. It's like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Surprises. Expect the unexpected can be really, really good things. It can be like, oh my God, I didn't expect that. Oh my God, exactly. It can be either way. So if it's something that crashes down, okay, Spirit, how can I change this? I'm open. Please show me how to make these changes. I'm open to receive new opportunities. Please show me. I'm open to see. Talk to the spirit world. Ask them for signs. And then surrender. Surrender. Right? You know, we have to learn to be patient, of course, but there comes a time when we all have limitations. Geez, I tried doing that for so long, so many different ways. It's still not working. It's not like this has just been a short time. It's still not working. No matter what I've done, the hard work, all of these, that's the time to make a change. I'm a risk taker. I can end things just as quickly as I can pick something up. I can walk into certain things. I don't know what I'm doing. I walk into the unknown. That's just me. That's just me. Go on your own flow, what feels right. So let's just have a little chat with the cards. I don't use cards. 11th to the 17th. What's the message? Oh, hang on here. We had a card fall down. Message. What's the message? See, the video freezes up. Is it a pain in the ass? Yes. Do I get upset? Yes. Can I do anything about it? No. However, oh my God, the card that fell out of all cards, partnership with the divine, a date with spiritual renewal. What was I just talking about? Surrendering to spirit. Like this man here, it's actually pretty cute, but this man here, what's he doing? He's surrendering. He is surrendering the spirit. I do that all the time. You know, spirit, I'm surrendering this to you. Continue to work on yourself and your goals, your dreams. I'm surrendering this. If we don't do any changes or make any changes, we aren't going to see change. Am I on the right road? Trust the process. But what if I screw up? But what if you don't? Seriously, what if you don't? You know, like I'm mentioning, I'm making some really big changes myself, and I don't know if it's going to work out. I have no idea. But if I don't take the chance with doing certain things, I'm never going to know, right? If we fail, so what? That's life. Fear is just an illusion, right? So no, I'm not going to pull any more cards. I heard not to. So now make sure you tune into my podcast here on YouTube. I'm all over. Soul to Soul Connections with Jenny G. I've got interviews booked throughout the summertime. So if you feel that you have an interesting story you'd like to share with me or talk about, reach out, send me a message to my website, soulworkwithjennig.com. And if you'd like to book a reading, book through there as well. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Namaste.